Be sure to hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the like button for me. Let them push this through the algorithms and all that good stuff so that I can get more views, more subscribers. If you have not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscription. And if you have a comment, leave your comment down below and share the video. Have a great day, family. You cannot in life treat people in a certain way and you know that you're hurting people. You're hurting hundreds and thousands of families, children and elderly people, and just displacing people left and right and using all kinds of con games and scams and lies and tricks and think that is going to get you a win. See, times are different. Times have changed. And I guess maybe you figured, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It worked when we went over to Africa and stole black people and, brought them over across the ocean to be slaves. Why not try it again? Okay. And you all did. And it was working for you all. But you know what? It ran its course. And then all of the truth started coming out. And then when all of the truth started coming out and people started waking up and realizing who's who, you had to know that, okay, now it's over. Now it's game change. Okay, game over, pretty much. And so now what happens next? Well, guess what? What happens next is what you laid the foundation down for to happen next. And it's very simple. Don't kill the messenger, because we're telling you the truth. But what happens next is violence. That's what happens next. Violence, pure, unadulterated violence. Because you escalated that thing. You escalated it to shooting black men in the head, falsely incarcerating black men, murdering black men, kidnapping black men, kidnapping black women, raping black women, falsely incarcerating black women, killing and kidnapping black children. I mean, you escalated. And I'm not saying that it's only blacks, because we all know, especially in New York, you have the Spanish people, Puerto Rican people, who at that point in time, like 30 years ago, they didn't want to identify with being black at all. I think the only person that openly wanted to identify with her, well, not the only, but one of the ones that stands out is Rosie Perez. Okay, so she never denied her blackness as a Puerto Rican. And there's a couple of others, but primarily because it was easy out, meaning as long as you identified with other than black, you were going to get a little bit of a pass. And that ran its course. And then when that ran out, you from Puerto Rico started realizing, oh shit, game over. This is some new shit. Exactly. So all of this has run its course. You force people out of their homes, out of their country, into foreign countries, foreign lands, where they're being exploited and violated and taken advantage of, because you want to steal a massive part of the earth that doesn't belong to you. It never did. It really never did. I know it sounds harsh and you probably don't like it, but it's the truth. It never belonged to you. So now, I was just watching a video I did, 2 years ago. I think it was like in 2021, where Julius Malema is telling the same story, the same identical story about there in Johannesburg. He said, do you see all of these big buildings here in Johannesburg? He said, these buildings were not built by white people. These buildings were built by our forefathers. He said, we want our reparations and we want our land returned. Exactly. So you all went all over the earth with this agenda. You have to know that even if You buy every single judge in the world and every single court in the world. The just the divine nature and energy of the crime, you can't get a pass. It has caught up. It has caught up. There are no passes. You have to pay the price. In other words, like James Brown said, you have to pay the cost to be the boss. Now it's payday. No judge, no president, no nothing is going to save any of you that made these decisions. I don't care what color you are. I really don't care what color you are. So now let's go back to New York for a minute. Look at you all there in the city of New York. You thought you were going to rob the young people? Listen, you have to, these are young people. They don't have problems on their stomach where you done sat and mutilated them in your hospitals and all. These are young, healthy people. They don't have back issues and knee issues. No. These are young, healthy people. They are looking around and they're saying, wait a minute, where's my opportunity? I can't get a job. I can't move out of my mom's house. You know, I'm on her nerve. She's on my nerve. I don't have enough money to move out. If I go to school, they got germs and diseases floating all over the place. You know, if I go outside, I might catch something and drop dead. How did all of this happen, and what the hell is all of this shit, and what's really, really going on? Like, what in the shabba ding dong is going on? See, this is what the young people have said, and they ain't just black young people. Because, see, guess what? All of them have to socialize with one another at some point in time, whether if they work together, if they go to college together, or if they go to school, high school or grade school, you know, together, elementary or whatever, junior high. So there's no way around this. And they're like, oh, hell no. So y'all done made this shit where we're like, we don't even have a future. Like, we can't get an apartment. Like, we can't go outside. We got to wear a mask. You know, we got to be afraid of dropping dead. We got to be afraid of getting a disease. You know, we got to watch our relatives die off. We don't have enough money. Listen, that's a lot for a young person. The only reaction you're going to get out of that, it's just like raising a child. And you always using corporal punishment to get the behavior that you want. Every mother knows, even the ones that didn't even know how to raise a child. Most of us didn't. But we realized after trial and error, if you be mean to their ass all the damn time, that's not going to get the response you need or want. You have to sometimes be nice to them and give them things and be kind to them. That's the same thing with these young people. They looking around, they're like, we don't have shit. We can't go to the movies. We can't go in the park. We can't go to college. They coming in the buildings and shooting the place up because they angry mad at the world. We don't, And now, you know what that has created? That has created an atmosphere of violence. You see? Because they feel hopeless. They feel like they don't have anything. You can't do that. You can, and you have, and now you're going to have to see how this plays out. So naturally, you know, I'm seeing the news and stuff, and they're like, New Yorkers can't even leave their houses. It's a scary situation to even leave the house. Absolutely. When you back people up, you back them up against a wall into a corner, just like cornering a pit bull or a Rottweiler or one of them dogs that'll rip you to pieces. Okay, you can't do that because some of them is not going to accept it like others. You know, and that's why you have anarchy, and it's just going to get worse because all of these many decades, black people been telling you all to let our people go, let our people go, let our people go. We've been saying reparations now for 50, 60 years, and y'all just ignored everything, and you just kept going. With the greed and the stealing of money and the raising the property, the prices for rent, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. How in the hell, what young person coming out of high school that goes to work for McDonald's, okay, or Burger King or Kentucky Fried Chicken is going to make $3,000 to pay some damn rent? Not one. Y'all done backed yourselves up into a corner. You really have. And it's a sad state of affairs. Like any person that has enough strength and even a little money, if you see whatever state you're in, that what I just said, what the ancestors gave me this morning to say to you all, this doesn't just apply to New York. It applies to anywhere in America or in the world. If you see that the decisions that these people, the people who have had the power to make people's lives better or worse, that they have literally abused it and made your life a living hell, you have no opportunities, you have nothing. I would suggest, especially if you're older, to find some sort of way to go somewhere where you may have a little bit more peace and things are not as expensive, if that's even possible. But the way in which the world is today, it's a sad state of affairs, and everything is going to have to run its course. All crimes will be punished, and they will have to pay a price for the decisions that they made. And once everything runs its course, then the reset, we will start over, and perhaps we will do a better job this time. So that's it. Stay tuned for the next one, family. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, leave your comments down below and share the video. Black power, black power, black power, black power. African power, African power, African power. Black power, black power, black power. African power, African power, African power. Ancestral power, ancestral power, ancestral power. Spiritual power, spiritual power, spiritual power. Reparations now. Reparations now. Reparations is justice. Separation now. Separation is peace. Good morning to our sacred, divine, Black African ancestors. Good morning to our sacred, divine, Black ancestors. Thank you to each and every one of our ancestors who are watching over us, protecting us, and guiding us through this journey, with my mother being the first in my life, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, and many, 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 many more of our ancestors. Thank you, Mama Winnie Mandela, Nelson Mandela. Thank you, beloveds. Thank you.